Most people will step into 2026 the same way they entered every year before it. Talking too much. Explaining too much. Reacting to everything. Watching other people move forward while their own life stays unfinished in the background. And the uncomfortable truth is this: 2026 will quietly break many people, not because they are weak, but because they never learned when to stay silent. They will burn their energy trying to be seen, trying to be understood, trying to keep up, while the strongest people move without announcing anything at all. If you keep reacting to everything, sharing every plan, and searching for validation, this year will exhaust you. But if you understand what this video is really about, 2026 can become the year you disappear from noise and reappear with power. This message is not for everyone. It is for those who are tired of performing for the world and ready to rebuild themselves quietly. We live in a time that rewards noise. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone is explaining themselves. Everyone is reacting instantly. But real strength has never been loud. The most dangerous minds in history were calm, controlled, and disciplined. The ancient Stoics lived in chaos, uncertainty, and political tension, yet they mastered something most people still struggle with today: control over themselves. Marcus Aurelius carried the weight of an empire. Epictetus started life as a slave. Different lives, same conclusion. You cannot control the world, but you can control your mind, your attitude, and your actions. Stoicism is not about suppressing emotions. It is about refusing to be ruled by them. And in a world where everyone talks, reacts, and explains, real power belongs to those who reduce external noise and strengthen internal discipline. That is the advantage you can build in 2026 if you choose to live differently. One of the first lessons you must accept is that not everyone deserves access to your process. Talking too much has already cost you more than you want to admit. It has cost you peace. It has cost you focus. It has cost you respect. Think about how many times you shared an idea with excitement and received silence, sarcasm, or forced support in return. That uncomfortable feeling afterward, the moment you thought you should not have said anything, that was awareness. Some people do not want you to grow. They want to know where you stand so they can compare themselves, measure you, or talk about you when you are not around. A disciplined mind understands that growth is not public entertainment. Work quietly. Let results speak where words only weaken you. Another hard truth is that no one is thinking about you as much as you imagine. Everyone is busy fighting their own fears and frustrations, yet you wake up, open your phone, and within minutes you feel behind. Not because your life is failing, but because you compared your real life to someone else's highlight reel. That comparison steals clarity. Energy spent watching others is energy stolen from your own progress. The focused person moves forward. The distracted person stays informed but unchanged. In 2026, stop asking what others are doing and start asking what you must do today to live with discipline. There will be moments when the noise fades. Fewer messages. Fewer invitations. Fewer people calling your name. At first, it feels like rejection. Before, you were always available, always needed. Now the silence feels personal. But solitude is not punishment. Often, it is the result of stepping out of a role that benefited others more than it benefited you. Most people fear being alone because silence forces self-confrontation. The disciplined mind uses solitude as training. Strength is built when you can sit with your thoughts without escaping into distractions. Those who cannot be alone grow dependent. Those who master solitude gain clarity, independence, and control. Many times it was not life that knocked you down. It was your reaction. The argument that ruined your sleep. The message sent in anger. The decision made while emotionally charged. Emotions do not analyze, they explode. Events themselves are neutral. It is the response that creates damage. When someone can control your emotions, they control you. That is why emotional restraint is power. In 2026, pause before reacting. Step back. Observe. Choose your response instead of handing control away. Silence in emotional moments is not weakness. It is strategy. What you do when no one is watching is what decides your future. Most people fail not because they lack opportunity, but because they lack consistency. They wait for motivation, announce goals, and depend on excitement. Discipline does not need an audience. It does not need the right mood. Small actions repeated daily quietly shape a powerful life. In 2026, stop chasing motivation and start building routines. Consistency transforms where intensity only impresses temporarily. You also need to stop explaining yourself to everyone. Every unnecessary explanation weakens your position. Every justification invites judgment. Life is not a committee. Respect is established through posture, not persuasion. Decide clearly, communicate briefly, and stand firm. Not everyone deserves context. Not everyone deserves an answer. Often, silence is enough. Thinking about change does nothing. Intention without action is fantasy. You can read, plan, and consume content endlessly, but if your daily behavior stays the same, your life stays the same. Real peace comes from alignment. When what you think, say, and do point in the same direction. In 2026, stop waiting for the perfect moment. Adjust small things. Sleep, routines, focus, spending, company. Action creates confidence, not the other way around. Learn to say no without guilt. Every forced yes is a betrayal of yourself. You are not exhausted because you do too much, but because you agree to what you do not want. Time and energy are limited resources. Boundaries protect them. Saying no does not make you selfish. It makes you honest. Anyone offended by your limits benefited from your lack of them. Pain is unavoidable. Staying trapped in it is a choice. Some people turn pain into identity. Others turn it into fuel. The disciplined mind does not ask why this happened to me. It asks what will I do with this now? Pain can sharpen awareness, strengthen boundaries, and refine judgment if you allow it to teach instead of define you. Acknowledge it, learn from it, and move forward. Real transformation is quiet. It does not announce itself. It shows in what you stop tolerating, what you stop chasing, and what you stop explaining. One day you realize you no longer react the same way. You no longer seek approval. You no longer try to prove yourself to people who refuse to see your value. Some will find your silence uncomfortable. Others will walk away. That is the cost of growth. In 2026, choose less noise, less reaction, and less explanation. Choose focus, discipline, and silence. If you made it this far, you are already different. Stay focused. Stay silent. And become someone your old self would barely recognize.